fight at the end, Michael?
Yeah, Steve, I thought right throughout the game we probably didn't get a hold of that as well as what we could have, particularly in sort of from the last few weeks. But we've got plenty to work on from that one.
To win 6 in a row in the NRL, so at the end of the game there they're getting tired, or where do you see?
No standards in our team that we live by, and at times throughout that game we weren't doing that. So the players, we'll review that and we'll make sure that we're focused about what we need to do this Friday.
Still, the Titans have been on a bit of a roll, and we're coming up, I suppose, on their home turf as well. So I guess getting to win away from home, getting to win on travel, this team's obviously.
Yeah, it's a good win for us. Obviously playing away from home and getting a win, but for what we're setting as a group and the standards we are as a team, we weren't as happy as what we should have been. And full credit to the Titans. They're obviously there fighting for everything as well. So we need to just be sharper in areas throughout our game. And as I said, we'll focus on those this week.
Can you go through the things you weren't happy with, or some of them?
Just the fluency of our attack at times, and defensively working together. So other than that, there's plenty there as a team that we can look at.
Really desperate play by Johnny Sutton, sort of saved, stopped the match run. Try proved pretty crucial, I guess, when it's only 4 points in the end. Yeah,
I've got to say there was a lot of that going on in the first half as well. The Titans threw plenty at us, which is credit to the players. Particularly down close to our line. I think we didn't get off our line there for a while, so the boys fought extremely hard and defended well. And there were a lot of different sort of inspirational moments throughout that first half. That not only in the second half as well.
Your winger recovered from that little fumble at the start, didn't he? Game in the end.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was a good, fair kick. It was right in the sun, so he had a fair bit of pressure on him. I'm sure it's a planned play that they utilise when they're playing up here, particularly in daytime. So we'd use it ourselves. But Evo's, he's resilient and he's playing really well for the team.
Michael, there's going to be some talk this week about the 2 video referee decisions within 60 seconds, and I guess it's nice that they probably both fell a little bit in your favour this week. How did you see them?
I don't remember them, mate, to be honest.
Yeah.
Which ones were they? The penalty, I remember the penalty one.
Yeah,
what was the other one?
Dwyer collided, and then I suppose you guys went to the length of the field and scored at the other end there, where
I've got to say it works a little bit of both ways there. I just hope we're not sitting here at some stage talking about decisions. I think coaches over the last few weeks have probably emphasised everything about the refs. And there were obviously some interesting ones out there again. And I'll go through the right channels this week and talk to them about that. But I just hope at some stage it doesn't hurt us at some stage.
Last night, Jeff Turvey said there might be a bit of confusion in the finals over a number of things. Is that what you mean?
There was confusion in the ones we were looking at. I'm sure you all saw the certain plays that I'm talking about, so I'll leave it at that.
Can you clarify what you mean by you hope it doesn't hurt you?
All teams. As coaches, we've obviously got to look at performing at our best. When you get a few decisions against you in the light of what happened out there today, that can swing games very quickly.
Michael, did you expect a bit more from your team today, or what did you think?
Yeah, like Magic said, I think we're a little bit off in our attack and a little bit sloppy in our defence. So, but again, that was the Titans. They came out, they really ran hard and rolled us through the middle. But then I think we were just a little bit passive in attack, and we've got plenty to work on and plenty to look at through the week, focusing on Manly.
6 in a row, so going pretty well, ain't you?
We're happy with our position, but there's still a long way to go, and like I said, a lot of improvement from today.
Michael, how much focus and hype do you expect to surround the Manly game on Friday? Do you expect it to be a big week?
It's a good game. It's a particularly good one for ourselves. We are playing against the premiers from last year. They're probably flying under the radar a little bit the way they've been going, and it's going to be a real good game for ourselves to prepare ourselves the best we can and go in against a very strong team.
What do you make of the Burgess step?
I've got to have another look at it. I can't comment on that.
Rob?
Can't comment on that.
Thanks,
gents.
So I know you've been around the bush, a couple of big calls in the first.
Yeah, I thought you want to talk about that. Yeah, I don't think anyone would have been surprised if they both had went the other way. So it is. You don't really know what you're going to get. And, I'm sure they'll have an explanation for it.
The scoreboard suggests it made a big difference. The way it ended, do you reckon it decided the game?
It was critical at the point. It was getting close to half time, and it was from a possible 12-0 up for us to I think that was put them in front. Did it? I can't really remember. It was a 12-point turnaround anyway, and it happened the set following our disallowed one, then into their one.
John, are the referees worse this year than they are previous years?
Oh, I mean, I don't even know what I can say, to be honest with you. I got an email through the week that there's some new things that you can and can't talk about, so I'd rather not talk about the refs. You know, they're copping a hard time as it is.
Did you think when Queen went up, you think he touched the ball? Was it hit you after him?
Yeah, initially I thought I had it covered, and then he sort of flew by, and I thought that might have deflection off him might have changed its route, because I thought I had it covered, but we just had to play to the whistle, and South's got a lucky one.
South's are probably one of the form teams in the competition, pushing them as you did. Does that give you some confidence, even though you didn't get the points today?
Yeah, I thought we played. I thought in patches as good as we played, that we just didn't finish our sets. That was the difference between this week and any game we've won this year. We created so many opportunities, and last passes were going down or not quite getting to our kick. I thought the last 10 minutes when we did apply pressure, and I know it was the end of the game, but it didn't matter. Sometimes you've got to wait till the end of the game to win it, and we got a few repeat sets. And played the style that we wanted to play, and we threatened. Even up, I was probably most disappointed. I was that forward pass at the death. I thought we had a tackle up our sleeve, and we were in a position to put an attacking kick, and that was the thing that probably annoyed me more than anything.
John, you turned some ball over. Did you put it down the fact that you were some stage you were playing with a catch-up football impression?
No, I don't think so. They were very composed at half time, and it's a pretty experienced side. You've got to go with your players when they get themselves into a half break and they've got support and there's opposition players in between. It's a 50-50 call on the players as well. Some weeks you get it right, but I thought possibly a couple of occasions we probably were better off to hang on to the ball and get to our kick. And I just thought. We were one repeat set the whole game from coming up with points, and we just couldn't grab it.
Was Zilly all right after Coplon on the chops?
I definitely slowed him down for a while. He wasn't. He doesn't lie down, Zilly. He was down for a fair while, and it was at a stage there where we were gonna bring him off, but we sort of tried to get him through it. But he passed all the tests, so he was fine as far as the medical staff are concerned. But it sort of dazed him for a while.
Chris, you've played most of the top teams now. Do you see that as a real premiership contender?
They're playing some good football. They certainly will test any team, but it's hard. I thought I really enjoyed today's game. I thought that it was a really good test for us. And I'm looking forward to hopefully playing them again. They're playing some outstanding footy. They've won, I think, 5 straight now. But these top teams, you just love playing, the best in the NRL, and they're certainly one of those. But I don't know. On their day, so many variables can change your game. But certainly if they're playing anything like that, they'll match you with any team.
Richard, the fact that you kept on fighting right pretty much to the end there, the couple of tries down and you really had them on the ropes. Is that a sign of mental toughness that you think is improving in this?
I don't know. Like I said, I just really enjoyed the challenge today. Copped a bit of a spray from the Rabbitohs after I threw the forward pass, not a forward pass, intercept pass. Hopefully I'll get a try assist with that one. But I just remember telling them I'm coming back for you, so don't fall asleep. So I'm just really enjoying it, and taking the game to them. So like I said, I'm hopefully we're in a position to play them again, because I'm looking forward to it.
Can you repeat anything that was said to you, Scott?
No, we'll just leave it on the field. That's what normally happens.
The results seem to have gone a little bit your way this weekend. You're still in 8th, and you've got a big game Friday night. How important is it to rebound straight away?
Yeah, got another tough one, and it's a quick turnaround too. So fortunately, we didn't get too many injuries. I don't think anything major. Look, it is important. I said last week. I still think there's a lot of probably some sides that lost over the weekend thought that was it for them, and now they're thinking they're back in with a chance. So I think we're going to see a lot of that over the next couple of weeks.